Hey guys, welcome to our channel. Today we are going to learn about the German homes, how Germans live. So I think so they should have normal homes the way we have, but I think so it might be much different because what in India we have cement and all these kind of homes, and also we saw in USA they are wood homes, and so we don't know what kind of homes are there in Germany.
So are we going to watch how they're creating it or how they're living it?
I don't know, this video might be about that too. So let's watch this
Video.
Did you know that in German addresses, the street name comes first and then the number, and the postcode or zip code comes before the city?
Why?
And check out the doorbells, no numbers. Instead, they're labelled with the surnames of the people living there, which strikes me as slightly unusual for this privacy-loving nation.
Yes.
Anyway, for today's episode, we're at home with the Germans.
Oh.
This is
German
so
homes
strange.
come in all shapes and sizes. They also have pretty logical names. A house at the end of a row of houses is called an end of the row house.
End
or
of the
ein
row
Endhaus.
house.
A house where one family lives is called a one family house.
Okay.
Einfamilienhaus. Large houses split up into several apartments are called Mehrfamilienhäuser or multifamily houses.
Multifamily
And
houses.
that's the most common type of home here. As I've told you before, Germans usually know the exact measurements of their home in square meters. The average German home is a little over 90 square meters for two people. 5 million Germans live in a WG or Wohngemeinschaft. That's shared accommodation. And only 0.5% of households have 3 or more generations living under one roof. Cold rent means without bills, and warm rent includes costs for certain utilities and services.
Wow.
Germany has long been a nation of renters. Less than half the population owns their own home, and in some larger cities that drops to a quarter. This is in part a hangover from recent history. During the war, a lot of private property was destroyed, so rental apartment blocks were built as a quick fix. In East Germany, people rarely had the option of purchasing their own property, and state-owned property was heavily subsidised. These days, some people prefer the flexibility of renting. Germans do, after all, move an average of 6 times in their life, but most people cite spiralling house prices and hefty deposits as the main hurdle to owning your own home. That being said, renting isn't always a particularly cheap alternative. In Munich, renters are shelling out around €17 per square metre. Berlin has introduced a controversial 5-year rent freeze to try and get its prices under control. And some people are getting creative, shunning traditional living models in favour of houseboats, camper vans, communal living projects, or tiny houses.
Ein Tiny House ist
Tiny
ein
houses?
kleines Häuschen, meistens aus Holz gebaut, zwischen 10 und 20 Quadratmeter.
that is a house?
Auf Rädern, auf einem PKW
It's
anhängen.
not a
Ist aber auch eine
house,
Bewegung.
it's a, like,
Ja, ist
moving
eine
house.
Bewegung, die vor ungefähr 15 Jahren in Kalifornien in den USA eingesetzt hat.
Und wie ist es dann nach Deutschland gekommen?
In Deutschland gab es ja schon immer durch diese Kleingärten eine Tiny House Affinität. Deutsche und auch Holländer, die ja sehr viel Camping machen und Caravaning, die haben eine hohe Sympathie für kleine Räume.
Welche Vorteile bietet ein Tiny House?
Wenn wir nicht mehr so viel Platz beanspruchen können, nicht mehr so viel kaufen, wenn alle Menschen auf einmal in Holz...
This is so Indian mindset. Like if we have a tiny house, we can't buy much things.
Are they like practicing minimalism?
That can
Kind
also.
of. Like, but you know what I think about huge houses? It's if your family is small, then you should not buy the big mansion house because it feels lonely. Like you're lonely and like sitting in the corner of your house, like alone in a huge bedroom. I think it should be medium, like comfortable.
But this is too small. This is a
Too
proper
small,
tiny
yeah.
house.
Just you are entering and then it's finished.
Nicht so eine CO2-Katastrophen. Und wenn wir nicht mehr in anonymen Hochhäusern leben wollen, sondern eher in kleineren Strukturen, dann ist das soziale Miteinander auch ein anderes.
Anyway, back to the status quo for now. Here are my personal picks for a few things that make a home very German.
Okay.
House shoes.
House shoes.
Bottled water.
Bottled
Sparkling, of course. Weird little mini forks for cake. If the cakes aren't mini, then why are the forks? Solid roller blinds that block out every last scrap of light. One of these retro-looking wooden measuring sticks. A cellar with caged-off storage spaces. A beloved balcony.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the most sought-after home
That's
feature.
important.
2 duvets, very practical. And unwieldy, squashy, frankly ridiculous square pillows.
Oh, I don't like squashy pillows.
Newcomers often have a few surprises when they move into their first place in Germany. First of all, don't expect a house or flat to be furnished, even if you're renting. And the biggest shock of all might come when you enter the kitchen.
What?
Yep, it's totally normal to take your entire kitchen with you when you move. Counters, cooker, sink.
This
everything.
is very different. In India, normally people leave a lot of kitchen.
Yeah, like we cannot take sink with us. I mean, we take the the spices, all the things that is essential, the boxes.
This is so different. Like you go move into a house for an Indian. If I move into a German house, you see nothing is there in the
Like
kitchen.
total empty kitchen.
Wow, strange.
One good thing about moving here is that it's a team effort. It's absolutely the done thing to enlist the help of all your friends. The only payment required is beer, pizza, and the knowledge that you'll return the favours. Of course, it wouldn't be Germany without a good set of rules.
Okay.
The small print in a rental contract can include such gems as the exact level of noise you're allowed to make, how often you have to air your flat out, and the requirement to repaint every room a neutral colour upon your departure. If you've noticed anything else about the German way of living, leave me a comment below. Thanks for dropping by.
The rules are so strange that the noise level is decided. Like you cannot go above that noise level.
Like how do they party in the house? House party is like prohibited over there.
I don't know how. And also the thing is, the other part that she was saying, that when you have to leave the house, you have to do a repaint. That is normally in India. That is the house owner or the landowner. That his part to do. When you leave, then what he will repaint it again for the new person.
As per his choices and preferences.
For the new renter that he's going to give it
Yeah.
to. It's his job, but in Germany it is a job of the renter only.
Oh.
So might be expensive.
This is expensive. And the mini folks were really cute. Like they have divided everything, and the folks thing was amazing. Like we have like normal folks, as we know, but they have like special folks, and also they are like, I think they are the minimalist. Like they're thinking the same like our parents used to think, like small home, less stuff, and like peaceful life. What do you think?
I think so. Yeah, the same. Also, they're folks. I think they might have a fascination with folks.
Yeah, maybe.
Interesting folks. And also like the kind of rents they have different rents, like cold rent and warm rent. Like warm rent includes everything, and cold rent you don't have to pay everything. So what do you guys think about it? Do let us know in the comment section below. So do like, share, and
Subscribe.
bye.